All right, Google Hangouts says we're live. Welcome everybody. We have a special Friday the 13th edition about Keyboard Warriors presented by Crossbones MMA. A little bit of tech difficulties earlier, but we are here. Very special guest on the show, Andrea Calle joins us today of Combate Americas. Appreciate your time joining us today. And of course, Jesse Rubalcaba out of Los Angeles. And we're here to talk Combate Americas. We got an event taking place next Thursday. And we'll definitely touch on a couple topics, a couple of the main event title fights as well. And I'll hand it off here to my man, Jesse Rubalcaba. And we will be joined by Mr. Eddie Law following the interview here. So let's get things started. Jesse, I'll hand it off to you, sir. Jesse, you there? Jesse, you there?
I think he's mute.
I can hear you, Andrea. I can hear you good. Jesse,
I hear him.
Okay, I'm moving again.
There, you're fine. Now
there we go. Okay.
Is he talking?
Not sure. I can't hear him on my end. Sorry about this. Yeah, because
Oh, it's off.
give it just a second. He'll jump back on. There we go.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'll just turn off my camera because apparently my camera did not want to function with me. So my question was going to be, how did you get involved with Combate to begin with? Because I know you were basically their first host over on Mundos, correct?
Yes, I started with them. I actually met Campbell through LinkedIn. You know, by that time I was doing MMA already. I'd been doing MMA for the past 6 years and a half, or almost 7. I started with a show called El Octágono. We were one of the first Spanish MMA, you know, shows covering. We cover all of them. UFC. At that time, we had Strikeforce, and Bellator. You know, those were the main ones we were doing at that time. Then we got a chance to do World Series of Fighting. And Campbell McLaren, you know, the founder and co-founder of the UFC, he was the one that contacted me. Actually, it's really funny because Campbell met a lot of the team through LinkedIn. That's how, you know, he put the team together, like Mike, Afrojack, and stuff like that. He was one of the other ones that got contact with Campbell through LinkedIn. They contacted me before they even started. At that time, they had, you know, the Campbell had the vision of what was the reality show, Combate America. We started as a reality show. I co-hosted with Chino Nacho. That was also on Spanish, you know, artist. And then we had Hoist Gracie part of the show as well, and other MMA, you know, different coaches that would go in and train with the guys and teach them. And so it was a great experience for me. We had a huge, the production team was Beer Mary, which they've done like huge things like the Kardashians and stuff like that. So they've done a lot of reality shows. We did our production with them. It was a very successful, like you said, it was a Mundos. It was very successful. The first sports show that had ever won. We won a couple of different awards. Campbell, you know, he was the one that took care of all of that, and received the awards with the team of Beauty and Mary. So it was, you know, it was not only an amazing experience for me, you know, working with such a big team as Beauty and Mary. They're very known, like I said. So, you know, for me, it was an amazing experience. It was my first time hosting a reality show. Um, couldn't be better. Working since then with Combate, it's been like a little over 4 years, I would say, from the first time I started working with Combate. Um, you know, it's been just an amazing experience from the reality show to now all the live events. So, you know, I'm just blessed. I'm living my dream, and Campbell and Mike and all the Combate America team. You know, they're like my second family. So I'm very excited. You know, now Combate America, we're getting ready to do our 10th show. First time outside of the United States. We're getting ready to do Mexico. So, you know, it's amazing. We have great fighters. We have a great team. We got now a great president, Alberto del Rio. So, you know, it's just an amazing team. We're getting ready to do our second season of the reality show. It has a totally different name, a totally different, you know, I guess, theme behind it. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it, the Magnifico Seven. So it's, you know, super interesting, and we're working on that right now, and we have great partners for it. I think it hasn't been announced who the partners are, so, you know, I don't want to be the one breaking the news. I leave that to Campbell and Alberto, but Combate is just growing so fast. It's been such a big outlet for not only me, Latina, and everything, but you know, a lot of the outlets think that it's only for Latinos, and it's not true. We've had all sorts of nationalities fight on the cards. You know, Americans, you know, Brazilians, everything. So it's just an Latin oriented organization. But we have our Latin fighters, you know, fighting against any other nationality. So we're really a multicultural organization that is looking for a platform for Latinos to be able to get, you know, from Colombia, from Mexico, from South America, to be able to come into the United States, and be seen, you know, of course, have an outlet, an opportunity to be seen, and of course grow as MMA fighters. We all know how hard it is for these fighters to be able to be known, to be able to fight, and of course pay their bills just by fighting. It's really hard. And so Campbell, it's actually put together a promotion for this fighter. So it's an amazing opportunity for them, and, you know, and of course for me.
Yeah, and what I especially think is pretty awesome about the company was the fact that you guys were pretty much the second, I would say the first company to break into New York once it got legalized. So, you know.
But yeah, we were the first promotion, for what I understand, that actually had an event in New York once it was legalized. We didn't do it in New York City, but we were in New York.
Right.
And it was an amazing experience. We had it and in an Indian reservation in a casino. So it's like different from like UFC and
World Series of Fighting.
Correct. They had it in, you know, New York City. So it was a little different because we have a different commission when you work with the reservations. You have their commission. But besides that, it was such an amazing experience. The casino was great. The fights were amazing. We, you know, we had a chance to be with Azteca TV for that event, and so it, you know, it's just, you know, it has been such a growing fast experience, because we never thought it would grow this fast. It was just announced about Joe. He's also part of the director in the board of directors, and Joe is a very known guy in sports and in finance. So that's a very big, you know, guy to have as part of our promotion. So we're very excited. You know, we see so many opportunities for this year. Right now, they're talking about a lot of events. You know, Campbell is thinking even of putting months where we're gonna. Last year we did it for 1 month where we had an event every Friday. So he's trying to do the same thing. Some of the months this year we're gonna have an event every Friday, and then another one is just gonna be once a month. So we're talking pretty much about over 10 fights, 10 events this year. It hasn't been set dates or anything. Right now we know for sure January 19th in Mexico City, and then we have LA here in the city of Burbank, February 16th. That's the second event that we're gonna have this year, and it's already set in stone. I think it's at the convention center here in Burbank, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah. And that was gonna lead into my next question was, you know, looking at how you guys are breaking into Mexico, which is basically the core of, you know, the crowd that you're trying to address, you know, and if you look up and down this event, I mean, I was impressed with some of the people that you guys are able to put on the card. But you tell me. To me, the standout of the event is going to be Mark De La Rosa against Ivan Hernandez Flores. Um,
Right.
but I was gonna refer to you. Like, who do you think is somebody that everybody should be looking forward to and definitely tune in to watch?
Well, of course, the main event. That's why they're the main event. You have Steve Swanson, Cub Swanson's brother. He's a knockout artist. He's going to be fighting against Gustavo Lopez. Gustavo Lopez has, so many knockouts as well. He has three knockouts under his belt, and then he's done really well. Steve Swanson, he has, of course, way more experience, and he has a lot of knockouts as well. I think it's 10 if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be an amazing fight. I know Cub Swanson is going to be at the event. Sorry, guys. It's going to be at the event in Mexico for those that are going to be able to make it. It's going to be a great card. I look forward to that one. I look forward also to see Nick Dali back at the card. I love female MMA, women MMA. I think it's so exciting. They always bring it to the cage. So I'm really looking forward to that fight against Elizabeth Lopez Silva. She's a Mexican fighter. She has 3-3. And of course, both Gustavo Lopez and Nick Dali both are from Extreme Couture. So they train, as you know, with Misha Tate and Ryan Caraway. So I always look forward to seeing them fight. The fights that we've seen from Gustavo, they've been amazing fights. So, I'm pretty sure most of the so far, you can't say that Combate has let you down with any of the cards. These fighters, I think, like Campbell says, there's a reason why salsa sells more than ketchup. Latino fighters, they're the warriors. They come in the cage and they leave everything. So that's really, I think, one of the things that make it such a big difference between our promotion and any other promotion is that these Latino fighters are always looking for that knockout, for that submission. And Campbell always tells them, if you bring a knockout, there is an extra bonus. So most of our fighters, they do try to make that knockout happen. So let's wait and see. I really look forward to this type of fight. As we know, Mexico City is a very challenging city to fight because of its altitude. So a lot of these fighters are not used to being able to fight at high altitude. Some of them gas out really easy. So I'm really looking forward to see all these fighters, to see how they perform in La Jaula this 19th, January 19th.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I was saying, of course, everybody's gonna definitely tune in to see how Steve Swanson does in his, in his fight. I always we always like to look at like deep in the card and find those gems in there, which is another reason why I enjoy the events that you guys are having on Azteca TV, where you guys
Right.
showcase some of your fights from different events, which is really, really great. You get to see a lot of these fighters. And just today, I was kind of looking over because I have a bunch of them recorded on my DVR. And I was looking at, I think it was Gustavo Lopez's first fight or second fight uh,
Right.
under Combate. And again, you get a sense of how much it means to these fighters to go in there and really do the best they can. I mean, they go out there, they really perform to the highest level that they can, and there's some exciting fights. I always, try to recommend everybody, even if you don't speak Spanish, turn on Azteca TV, watch the show, put it on mute if you don't understand. But I mean, everybody understands the fight game. So
Right. And there's always, don't forget we're on UFC Fight Pass. So for those that do not speak Spanish, they always have the option of going back and watching all our fights on UFC Fight Pass. We're live on UFC Fight Pass. We're live. We will be live on Azteca America, and then it's gonna have a rerun on Azteca TV in Mexico. So for those that are here and they want to watch the event live, they have the option in English, UFC Fight Pass, and in Spanish, Azteca America. And then for those that are in Mexico, you can always watch it on Friday as well. And like you said, they do reruns every Thursday in Azteca America, and then on Fridays Azteca TV for the, like you said, the past fights. But we also have our fights in UFC Fight Pass. So there's no excuse, English or Spanish. There's tons of different ways to going back and watching the fights. And we have very exciting fighters like, Frogri Estrada, he's super exciting. He's performed so well inside the cage the past, his past two fights. We will see him fighting here in Burbank February 16th. Um, and he's performed really well, knockouts in both of his fights. So, I'm looking forward for this third fight. And just that's one of the other ones that he's performed really well under La Jaula of Combate America.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I'm very impressed with the level of talent that you guys have gotten to come towards Combates. And again, I was there when you guys did your open workouts in Pasadena, I believe it was. And again, I was also impressed with some of the guys that you guys were able to find there. How was that experience for you being, down in there and looking at all these different fighters, basically showing off as much of their skills as they could to you guys to try and get a contract with you guys?
I mean, it's great. Just first, of course, the amount of talent that we got, we never expected we would have so many fighters come by. So that was great, being able to meet all these fighters. We had a couple of fighters that came all the way from Mexico. They drove from Mexico. So it was such an amazing experience. And I get all the time fighters, trying to get a chance, through Twitter, social media, just in general, trying to get in contact with Combate. So they'll contact me, and then I'll try to put them in contact with the matchmaker, with Mel. But it's great, and I love seeing them grow. You get to see them at, for instance, at the tryouts, and you get to see them training, and then you get to see them, fighting in La Jaula. Right now, Beekeeper, he was one of the guys that, did the tryouts. And right now, he's actually part of the reality show that I was telling you about, the Magnificent Seven. So, it's really exciting to see these guys and see what they're going to be doing inside Combate.
Right. I did have one question for you, which is, I read a little bit about you and I found out that you got your degree from the University of Miami under International Finance and Marketing, and you actually attained a job in your native Colombia. So my question to you was, what was the MMA bug that bit you to get you away from that type of job?
So, yeah, I graduated from UM. I did international finance and marketing, and I work at a petroleum company doing financials projections. It was a super interesting job, but I realized the 5 to 9 job, I mean, the 9 to 5 job, it's not for me. Um, I guess I burned myself with that job because it was at that time we were going public, so there were days I would have 18 hours, a day. So I realized that that wasn't what I wanted for my, so I moved back from Colombia to be able to do, I was going to do my master's. I did a master's in Oriental medicine. And that's when I was doing my master's. I met the guys from Combate America. I mean, the guys from El Octagono. And that's when I started doing MMA. And I was doing my master degree, and I was doing something totally different, nothing related to MMA or on camera work whatsoever. And but I loved it. The first time, my first interview was with Hector El Macho Camacho and Clay Guida. Those were my two first interviews. El Octagono, I met the two guys, Camilo and Randall, and they were like, let's give it a try. Both of them are Colombian, so they knew at the time they wanted a Spanish female to be the face of the show. I was actually the first Latina covering MMA in the United States. And then it was super interesting because I fell in love. I had no clue. I told them, look, I don't know anything about the sport. I'll give it a try, and if I like it, then I'll make my, I'll focus on learning and studying the sport and everything. And that's exactly what happened. I went back to school to do broadcasting. I went to broadcasting school, and I just finished last year my master's in entertainment business. So it's been such a journey. It's been amazing, and it's just one of those things that it's my passion. I've never felt it's my job. I just feel it's my passion. I love MMA. I've had a chance through my career as a MMA broadcaster, to meet all these amazing fighters and guys and girls that, you know, they have so much passion for what they do. And once you get to know them and understand the sport, you see that, you know, this is one of the sports that they don't do for money. It takes so many years for them and so much dedication and, you know, so much, you know, blood and tears and sweat to be able to get to a good paying fight. So you really do it because of passion you have for what you do, not because of the money. So that's something that, and once you get to know the story behind these fighters, once you get to know them for who they really are, you know, it's just amazing. And all the challenges, you know, at the beginning for me, it was just so amazing to see these guys, you know, the cutting weight, which is so interesting for me. And because of that, you know, I even did fitness competitions for a while, just trying to understand how your body works when it comes to weight loss and you know, making weight, even though fitness competitions are not based on weight, it's more how you look. But it was, you know, it's just, it's been such an interesting journey for me this past 6.5 years, and I think everything to MMA.
Well, well, again, we have to thank you for your time and your patience, of course. And again, catch Combate 10, January 19th from La Plaza Condesa from Mexico City. I think I got that right. Okay. Please, you know, Fight Pass. It's on a lot of different platforms.
Yes,
Main event.
it's gonna be. They start at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern. No, it's 5 p.m. Yeah, Eastern time, 8 p.m. Pacific time. UFC Fight Pass, and then Azteca America starts 10 p.m. Um, Eastern and Pacific time. And then on Friday, you can catch it on Azteca America. But it's going to be live January 19th. And then we'll be back February 16th from Burbank. And we're going to be live again on UFC Fight Pass and Azteca America.
Well, again, thank you for your time. Please plug your social media so everybody can follow you and, you know, tell you that, you know, what a great presenter you are. By the way, I do enjoy your commentary. That is one of the reasons, you know, you guys is between the three of you, between Alberto Del Rio, you, and I forget the other gentleman's name. You guys have a good combination.
Thank you so much. Yes, you know, my team is great. I can't complain. The guys I work with Carlos and Andres doing all the commentating for Azteca in Spanish, and then you know, we have Diana Peña from the UFC. She does the commentating on UFC Fight Pass, and then she has different commentators working with her. And but you can always follow me, Andrea Calle Corp, everything together on all my social medias. So if you Google me, Andrea Calle, social medias, you can find Andrea Calle Corp, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, everything, Twitter. And, you know, thank you so much for having us. Thank you for all the support covering Combate America, for watching us, for, you know, there's a lot of stuff coming this year. And we're so happy to have you on board, guys, covering our events and, you know, being able to just, you know, feeling your love and your support means a lot, not only to Latin America, but to the fighters as well.
Well, again, we appreciate having you here today. Dave?
Yeah, awesome. I want to thank you again, Andrea, for making the time, and sorry for the technical difficulties. It's a pleasure having you on, and we're looking forward to this event taking place next Thursday, and looking forward to the interviews and everything, all the content you'll be having take place next Thursday, the 19th. So everybody tune in, UFC Fight Pass, Azteca US, and follow Andrea Calle. You heard her. You know where to find her. So we appreciate your time once again, Andrea.
Thank you. I also wanted to invite you. We're going to be with Power 106. We're going to be doing a watch party for all the local people here in LA. If you follow me on social media, I'll give you more information. I know it's going to be on Thursday between 7 and 8, but I don't know exactly the location. But I'll be posting a video throughout the weekend or at the beginning of next week where we're going to be having the watch party. So if anybody wants to join us, some of the fighters are going to be there watching with us. And then anything else, you know, just feel free to always contact me. I try to answer everybody in social media. It doesn't matter the platform. So feel free to contact me. Thank you again, guys, for having me. And, you know, hope to see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you. Are we done?
Hey, Dave.
All right, Jesse, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Awesome. Yeah, I want to thanks Andrea Calle once again for joining us. Combate America is definitely some great information there. Looking forward to a great event taking place. So thanks for the time once again, Andrea, and we'll continue the show here as Eddie joins us in, man.
What's up, fellas?
Yeah,
That was fun. That was good.
Yeah, definitely great job with there, Jesse, and we're looking forward to ramping things up with Combates in 2017. So it was great having her on, part of the Crossbones MMA show on a unexpectedly Friday the 13th special. So here we are, fellas.
What didn't go wrong before this shit started, though? You know what I mean? Like,
Everything.
Everything went wrong. That's what I love about these shows, though, because we can't make this up, right? Like, we can't just like edit and fake it and all that stuff.
We do it live.
We do it. Well, we could, but we don't.
Like your best friend Ariel.
First of all, with the best friend shit. But okay, if I did 2 hours of crying, please believe that shit would be live and raw. There'd be a lot of cuss words involved. None of that. Fuck UFC, but take me back, please. That kind of shit. No. All right, so Dave, are you there? Are you turning off the camera?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, look,
getting a bit choppy when I had the camera up too, like Jesse was saying. So
yeah, I had to kill my camera.
Let's be honest.
I got all dressed up.
But nobody was tuning in to look at either one of you guys. All right,
that's quite true.
Yeah, Andy goes. She's rather scrumptious. I agree.
Did you see Fred popped up on the chat right away?
Yeah.
Of course
We don't have to repeat what he asked on some of it, but still, let's keep it respectful for the most part.
And then Fred said he wants to. Is Fred going to join in with us here in a little bit?
I don't know. He didn't tell me shit. I can send him the link.
Okay. Yeah, he said he might pop in, and that way we could just. I think he just heard the news of Anderson Silva, D. Bruns. They're adding UFC 208. They know UFC 209 super stacked, so they're trying to make 208 worthy of a purchase. As a lot of people thought it wasn't worthy of a pay-per-view, somewhat of a Fight Pass or a Fight Night card.
Well, what fights were on 208?
What's got you? Holly Holmes get 145 title main event, and then
does it bother anybody else if people go as Holly Holmes?
Yeah, I've heard it a million times.
Yeah. Like, you know, when Holly Holmes knocked out Ronda Rousey, home.
Are you saying that's Jim Rome or something?
Right?
Or is it Skip Bayless?
Has that happened yet? Every time has that happened yet? The Jim Rome thing, is that official?
Nah, who knows, man? I think they said his contract is up in a couple months, like around the time that they said that they were gonna debut the new team. So
fucking course this shit's gonna happen. God damn it!
It can still happen.
But UFC, but with the Silva booking though, I mean, it is pretty much like sort of a last minute fight though that they're booking with Bruns and Anderson Silva. So it kind of makes me wonder how far did they just make this match up just based on 209 and people complaining about 208, but overall it's somewhat of a stacked card. I mean, you got Ian McCall fighting Neil Seery, you got Ryan LaFleur, who's been out for a little bit, he's competing, Dustin Poirier, Jim Miller, the Tim Boach Jacare fight that everybody hates, that's also happening, and you can't knock that. You got Travis Brown against Derek Lewis as the co-main event. So that's on 208. Yep. Okay, so that, I guess that makes sense for the pay-per-view buys then, right? That's what they're going for? Okay. Man. You got Silva, you got Jacare, you got Glover Teixeira, you got Travis Brown, and then the main event, you got Holly Holm and Jermaine randomly going for the 145 women's featherweight title. So
no kidding. Look, man,
you know what?
208 doesn't look that bad anymore.
Well, I think big ups to Holly Holm. She's gonna get that extra pay-per-view bump, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she should.
Thanks to Silva.
Brooklyn too, UFC Brooklyn. So they ought to turn up, and that's a nice venue to take place there at the Barclays Center. So should be popping there in Brooklyn here in a couple weeks.
Fucking hey, dude.
I guess that kind of sucks though, man. It kind of feels disrespectful to Holly, right? What? That they're like, oh, we needed to add a super big star to help you with the pay-per-view sales.
Somewhat.
Hey, look, Holly's on a 2-fight losing streak, dude. They need the help.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Good old UFC. interim belts galore and putting people wherever they want now, huh?
Whatever, dude. You heard Jesse saying he's an interim host. It's the same shit.
Oh, I'm the interim host.
He's the interim host, not me.
Dave, sorry, Dave.
I'm interim sometimes. Eddie's the man, but whenever he's not available or late,
when I'm not
I'm
here,
the interim host.
Oh, exactly. Okay. Well, same-ish type of thing, right? Like someone's got to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all hear about this fucking thing? Dana White did on the Herd. He officially offered Mayweather and McGregor $25 million each to fight.
Ooh. Yep.
Is that even enough to get Mayweather
Fuck no,
out of
it's
bed?
not. Mayweather made $300 million in his last fucking fight where he fought an over the hill Pacquiao. Basically waited till it was the right time to fight him so Pacquiao can actually fight back. Now he's fighting. Then he fought him and he got $300 million to jog around the ring.
But first of all, though, I think Dana White made a very good point, though, saying that, the fight would deliver more than Pacquiao and Mayweather. We know that fight stunk it up, as it was like the fight to make for how many years, and then it finally happened and did not deliver. So, but the $25 million thing, that's sort of a down payment, if anything, to get Floyd interested. But it is a start, though. Definitely is a start.
Ain't a start, man. That's nothing.
That's a non-starter, bro.
I heard you tweet that.
Well, you know why? Because Mayweather actually responded to that bullshit. He said when they told him that the offer, I think it was TMZ, Mayweather responded with, "He's a fucking comedian. Man, look at my watch." That's what he said.
He said he's a great self-promoter as well, too, on top of that as well.
But I mean, think about it. To get him out, I mean, Mayweather I think he told ESPN not too long, like a while ago, that to get him out of retirement will cost $100 million at least. Okay. That's not gonna fucking make it.
Yeah, and then the only way they could possibly make it worth their while is booking it with the golden child, Conor McGregor. So,
but would it be a boxing match?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the UFC is now going to promote boxing.
It'd probably be a co-promotion of sorts.
But I mean, so it wouldn't be a 50-50 split then, huh? On the pay-per-view, it'd be like 90-10, 90 for Floyd, 10 for UFC.
Let's be honest, though. Let's be honest, okay? Just for a second, let's be honest. Dana White does not want to see McGregor Mayweather fight at all. Okay.
Hey, and I don't want to see a UFC octagon and a boxing ring side by side in an event. I definitely don't want to see that.
Well, where they go let's say they go 6 rounds and they go back and forth.
No, you're thinking of like that Bellator Dynamite card?
No. During the same fight. No, during the same fight. First round is a boxing match. Then they move over to the cage, to the MMA fight. Then they go back to the, like back and forth.
Yeah, mixed rules.
Do that, man.
I know they're not going to do that and they shouldn't do it, but here's why I say that. Because fuck it, we're going to start a circus. Let's go balls out. Okay? If we're going to be clowns.
That goes along the lines of
have you ever seen a clown without makeup on? Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for Kirby. Anyway.
Have you not gone to the circus recently, man?
No, dude, I don't go to the circus.
They ain't got those official clowns no more. I was disappointed.
They got fake clowns?
Huh? Yeah, they just have normal people just kind of dressed up a little bit doing clown stuff.
Well, it's because people fucking got all freaked out by clowns and shit. They got a bad rap. For real. Like,
that's true.
Who started that shit, by the way? Was it that It movie?
That's
probably
like the oldest. Yeah, It is pretty old school, but yeah, that was who the hell played It in that movie though? Because that was a creepy ass clown.
Yeah, he did a good job, but that dude ruined it for every clown that came after him. All right,
and then all those clowns that were doing that scary stuff over the summer where they were just creeping around
but
places.
It was in the 80s, I think, or 90s. All right, that movie's old as fuck. All right, that guy started it. These assholes recently are just copycats. They don't count. They're bullshit. By the way, I'm not even convinced that they're real. Okay, because I was ready to run a motherfucker over if they got in front of me. Please believe that shit. I would have hit that son of a bitch with everything I had. I don't give a fuck. All right, I don't play that clown shit. It's dumb.
Yeah, that's why. Who would have thought that would have been something that occurred? Just clowns creeping up on people like in these times. But hey, I guess so. It happened, and who knows? They may fucking reappear at some point. Shit.
This is turning into a fight companion. You guys want to talk about Building 7? Isn't that a trip? Every time they do a fight companion, at some point Eddie Bravo brings up structure or Building 7 or Pizzagate. You guys hear about the Pizzagate shit?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
somebody legit fucking got mad at me because I said it was bullshit. I said it on Twitter. I was like, that's horse shit. There's no way that even happens. Like
what I like about that though is like Brendan Schaub loves to just like wind up Eddie Bravo.
It's the
he just
best.
throws so much stuff at him, and he just
hey, look, but you
can see it.
Yeah, it's true. But it doesn't even take that much to get Eddie to get Eddie started. You can literally go, fucking. It's like throwing a grenade out, building 7, and then hit the deck, and just hear that. And he gets so passionate, he's almost angry. I thought he was gonna start a fight with Brian Callen last time because Callen kept saying and telling him that Pizza Gate's bullshit, and he goes, and Eddie Bravo goes, "Where do you get your news?" And Brian Callen, goes back at him and says, "From respectable news organizations." So Count asked Eddie Bravo, where do you get your news? He goes, YouTube. Hey, made your case, dude. What the fuck? But I don't know. It is what
we don't want to go that route here, though. But
I wouldn't mind. I think if we got Kirby on the show, we can get to that point. Like,
yeah, he's near. What is I talking about before we went live? Right? Is it Wright-Patterson Air Force Base? That's near Kirby. He could tell us all about that. That's where they took the supposed alien crash. Whatever they took him up there to Ohio somewhere. So
Andy's a fucking comedian. He just sent me that picture you sent him.
Oh shit!
Or if we could get Kirby a couple drinks deep, that was fun.
Oh, that was more than a couple drinks, sir. Believe that.
That was a whole bottle.
Yeah, here's the thing. For anyone that hasn't guessed already, just from watching the fucking show, okay? Fred Kirby can party. All right.
All right, guys, I gotta bounce.
He at least tries. You gotta go?
Yep.
All right, dude.
Have fun.
All right, man. Later. We'll probably be off for we'll probably get kicked off the internet for being stupid in a minute. Did you turn off your camera or is your computer messed up? Oh wait, you told me it was choppy. All right.
Yeah, it should be all right now, but yeah, it was kind of getting choppy for the interview. So
yeah, I was watching it, and all due respect to Miss Calle, she is a beautiful woman, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
I wanted to pop in and say something, but I feel like I will be called creepy.
Hey, but with the tech difficulties, though, you had to start the broadcast. We had to set it up a certain way, so
yeah, it's all good.
It kind of got funky, so we got it done, and we appreciate her coming on and joining us this evening. Sorry.
No problem. No, and she was really cool about that. I was surprised. Most people get all pissy and shit.
Yeah, it happens sometimes, though. It's happened to me before a few times. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, let's talk about some shit here. Hey, we want to talk about actual MMA. Obviously, Anderson Silva, Derek Brunson's made for UFC 208. Which actually, UFC 208 is not that far from now, right? Not that long from now. It's like
it's
a month.
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. We got Ngannou, and then we got the Cerrone Masvidal, and I think it's the following week, or it's about 3 weeks from now, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
Or wait, February 11th. Sorry, it's a little ways out, but still, it's pretty close. We're gonna have a little break, and then we're gonna be right back into it with UFC Denver, and then followed up by 208.
Who are you picking in that fight?
Which one?
Silva Brunson.
Ooh, Silva Brunson, man. I heard something about it last night that it was possibly it's going to happen, like it's going to be officially announced. But I never thought that Brunson and Silva would meet up at any point in their careers. But right now, it's kind of like, where is Anderson Silva at? It's really it's a quick booking, though. I don't know how they decided to put it on UFC 208. It was maybe a possible fight night main event, and then they added it to 208, just like you and Jesse were saying, to boost pay-per-view sales. But I think I don't know, D. Bruns, he went rushing at Whitaker, and he fought a terrible fucking fight against Whitaker. And previous to that, he was knocking heads off. And I know D. Bruns is a hell of a striker, and he's going to pose some problems for Silva. So I'm going to go Homer status. I'm going to go D. Bruns. Jackson Wink takes out the GOAT. And it's going to be, I don't know, I think Silva we'll see some fantastic shit from Silva, and I think his Brunson will overwhelm him, though. And that's just, Silva's what, 41 years old now, 42, right?
I don't know. Oh wait, Silva?
Yeah.
Maybe 40, 41. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think Bruns is the way the way Whitaker starched him out. I think he's going to want to come back and make a statement, and what better of an opponent to make a statement against than the GOAT, Anderson Silva.
Oh shit, hold up. powerful allergies, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stop sneezing, and that's why I've been fucked up. So that's the main reason I wasn't on that interview. He says about that it was Jesse's interview, but still, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You know what it's like to not be able to breathe and shit. All right, so let's talk about some MMA shit before we jump off this bitch and go back to me being miserable, sneezing my ass off, and you whatever you were doing. Fuck. What the hell? All right, fuck it. Let's talk some shit about this weekend, man. UFC Phoenix. I get to be in the house. I'm excited as fuck. All right, UFC don't come here that often, so when the UFC makes to Phoenix, I go. Right. Man, BJ Penn looks like he's in shape, and that's literally the only reason people are giving for his chances against Yair Rodriguez. How do you see BJ Penn winning if he even wins? I mean, okay, first of all, do you think BJ Penn can win, and why?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's real interesting, man. I've been listening to a lot of what BJ Penn has been saying in these interviews, and he looks like he's ready to go. That he's been training. I mean, it's not like the guy's just been sitting around on the couch. He's been cross training with a lot of different gyms, and in this specific camp, he's been out in California with Jason Perillo, and then just kind of like taking his guys. I think him and Jason Perillo came out here to Albuquerque, and they pretty much just like set the same game plan, and they knew what they wanted to do against Yair. And hey, the people down at Jackson Wink, they definitely know what Yair's strengths and weaknesses are. So look for BJ to expose that. I mean, I think Yair said that he started thinking BJ is going to take him, put him up against the fence, try to clinch with him, possibly take him to the ground. But I mean, if you watch Yair Rodriguez fight, I mean, he possesses some pretty ninja takedown D, and I think he's more than well prepared for what BJ is going to bring. He's got a great camp up in Chicago. It's just going to be a great fight, Eddie. I think BJ is not going to get starched. People think he's going to get knocked that fuck out in under 3 rounds. A lot of BJ's fights go past 3 rounds. I mean, he just doesn't get finished in the first round. That's just not BJ. And Yair Rodriguez on the other side, a lot of his fights have gone to decision too. So I see this being maybe 4th round, maybe, could even be a decision on the side of Yair. But hopefully it's a real competitive fight. And ultimately I got Yair taking the win. And yeah, he's doing big things, Yair. I think BJ is going to really he's going to do a lot better than everybody thinks he's going to do. But Yair definitely Alcantara taking care of business down there, Eddie, in which you'll see it live in person. So,
look, I hate to disappoint you, but BJ's going to get starched. I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to put it. Like, BJ Penn got wrecked by Frankie Edgar in the worst way.
Yeah.
Yair's more dynamic. He's longer. He's taller, younger than Frankie was, more powerful. I mean, if BJ Penn even comes with a quarter of the bullshit he brought against Frankie, it's over. You know what I mean?
And Frankie's one of those guys too, where he's just had BJ's number for years. So when they matched him up again for the 3rd time, I just think that there was just BJ just trying to say, hey, this fucking guy doesn't have my number. I want to get one up on him. But Frankie's always been a top-notch fighter. I mean, that guy's world class. So definitely probably a Hall of Famer, UFC Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. But yeah, Frankie, I mean, it's BJ Penn at 145 pounds. So he's up against a young fucking badass. I mean, nobody really knows who Yair Rodriguez is. He's main evented a card before, the Utah card, the Caceres fight. And he's got a unique style though, Eddie. I think Yair, just the pace that he could put on, his cardio, just he showcased that a little bit in Caceres. Credit to Caceres that he hung in there as long as he did. But Yair Rodriguez fighting at altitude too as well, and lasting that long, fighting that style, that's some impressive shit. So yeah, I got Yair Rodriguez all the way, man.
Yeah. I got big things coming from this kid for sure. I think there's no other way. I mean, he's just getting better every single fight. You know what I mean? And I kind of want to see him in the ground game, though. If BJ Penn takes him down, we're going to find out a lot about Yair. Because we haven't seen his ground game that much. We've seen him he fucking does like fucking spinning kicks and cartwheel kicks and fucking switch kicks and all that other shit. Remember when he knocked out Andre Feely? Showed him the one. Yep. I think he showed him the right foot or right leg and switched him there to hit him with the left, knocked him out. It's 30.
And he stunned him before that too, so he's seen it, he sees the moment, and he went for the kill quickly. So best believe if Yair does hurt Penn, that he will go for the kill. But I do think that BJ will last more than 2 rounds, and I think Yair he's more than comfortable and ready for 5 rounds if it does go 5. But man, I agree with you, Ed. He's doing big things. I've seen this guy coming for a long time, And I think BJ, I think what he said in an interview earlier was kind of funny, where he said it's a big mistake that Yair's coach, he doesn't know the name, or he mentioned, I don't know your name, but that might have been a bad move for his fighter to match him up against BJ. So we'll definitely see what takes place on odds Sunday night.
I respect BJ Penn, and I admire that he believes in himself that much. Okay, but when I was trying to dunk the basketball in high school and I couldn't do it, I was delusional too. I was saying I was going to do it and just never got to do it. Okay, so he can say whatever he wants, but that's just not going to work. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. I mean, I don't see it. Look, potentially, he's like, to me, on the ground, BJ Penn is king, right? Because I've seen older, jiu-jitsu players take on young ass ones that are supposed to be like the next big thing, and those young guys get worked. There's no substitute for experience at all. So if it goes to the ground, BJ's got a good chance. I just don't see it getting to the ground. I even see it ending in first round, just devastating fashion.
And I thought it was cool too that what was it Yair talking about? He said that he has to make Jackson Wink and the people his enemies for a night in which he probably likely does return to Jackson Wink, win or lose. But it's one of those things where Penn has been down here training with Jackson, and Yair Rodriguez hasn't, and they know definitely what Yair brings to the table. And he's definitely got to have all bases covered. If BJ presents some problems, I think it will be on the ground. But, it's going to be very difficult for him to get Yair on the ground and keep him there. He kind of reminds me of like an Anthony Pettis, you know what I mean? So he could be dangerous with some submissions too off his back. But it'll be a great test for him. Say BJ does get him in top control on the ground. But like you said, Eddie, you're leaning towards a first-round stoppage. I just think it'll be a little bit longer than that. And Yair will showcase his flashy kicks. And he's definitely going to show something different that we haven't seen before. And I think that's going to come from him just strictly keeping like a camp geared towards him. He didn't go to Jackson Wink for a reason, him knowing that BJ is associated with them. So I think he's got some tricks up his sleeve. And I think Yair really showcases what he's all about on Sunday night, man.
Hopefully. I have faith in this kid being the next big Mexican star anyway. So,
and the way the 45 division is right now, it's strange because we heard that Jose Aldo and Max Holloway, I guess there was some type of the fight was supposed to be booked. I don't know if it was Max that turned it down, but we really don't know what the hell's really going on with they got to unify those titles. I mean, Mad Max has been on a tear, man. I mean, that guy's he's making history right now. And I think that fight against Jose definitely needs to get booked, but Yair gets a win here. I mean, a lot of people think it's a fight where it doesn't benefit Yair at all. But I have to disagree with that. I think it's a win over a legend, and I think it propels him to that next level where he's not even where he's on his 9th fight in the UFC now, so or his 9th professional fight. Sorry, and he's been KO'd before. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, why is nobody bringing up Yair Rodriguez's KO loss as a pro?" And people were bringing up Cody Garbrandt's KO loss as an amateur. But I mean, Yair Rodriguez is not a -500 heavy favorite for no reason. So we shall see. 24-year-old stud against a veteran legend, 38-year-old BJ Penn. So,
we'll see. But I'm excited as fuck about it. I'm not gonna make it to the weigh-ins, unfortunately, because I'm gonna be. I start training tomorrow at 8 in the morning, and I'm likely not gonna be done till 3. So it's gonna be a long day, and I'm gonna need all kinds of sleep when I get home. So, anyway. And then the other fight that's a lot of fun in that card is Joe Lozon against Marcin Held. What do you think of that fight? Who are you picking?
Ooh, credit to Connor Rubush mentioned it, and I didn't really think about it at the time, but it's basically Joe Lozon versus himself. You know what I mean? But Held, I mean, I think Lozon's got better the striking advantage, but Held's still just a young guy, a young prospect at 24. He fought a tough Diego Sanchez, where a lot of people counted out Diego in that fight, and Diego was able to withstand his submission attempts. Where he's definitely capable of finishing Lozon, but if the fight goes to the ground, I think Lozon will be comfortable there. We've seen him in Total War, so I think Lozon is just a crafty vet, and he'll get the job done. But if Marcin Held happens to get this win, I mean, props to him. He's still got plenty of years to grow. And, it's just such a cool fight. Like, as Connor Rubush has said, it's Lozon versus himself, just a younger version with a lot lesser striking.
Real quick, because I just got sent this on I saw this on a website. Jenny Liu fights for Invicta. You know what she did to make weight? She shaved her head.
Ooh.
Shaved her head to
Well,
make
that's-
weight. Where you at, Johnny Hendricks? Where you at, Kelvin Gastelum? These ladies out here.
Shit,
These ladies out here shaving their head to make weight. Your fat ass can't do shit. Fuck out of here.
That's true. Fuck yeah, 100% to that. Because Johnny Hendricks has every excuse. He must write down excuses to make on why he's going to lose the fight, why he missed weight. So done hearing that shit, especially when it involves those two guys. But I think Calvin's doing big things, but I don't know if he's going to be back at 170 or 185. He looked impressive at 85, but he's one of those cats where he's just continuously a trend of missing weight. So, but yeah, that's awesome though. She definitely wants to fight and do all you can to make weight because that's what you're there for.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Look, make fucking weight, motherfuckers. It is what it is. I can't fucking stop you from cutting down 50, 60 pounds like some of these guys do. But at some point, you got to figure your shit out. Or stop playing or stop fighting. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you can go to Bellator and get paid a lot of money. I mean, your name, Johnny Hendricks, can go to Bellator and get paid and probably start everybody at 185, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you just had Chael Sonnen and Tito Ortiz go to like their second tier of testing.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. What the fuck? You really, America. All right. Trump is our president now, okay? He's president here. So we can just not stop the bullshit. I can say a bunch of awful shit. I'm not going to, but I can't. Let's be honest. If you actually believe these motherfuckers are even tested, you have a pipe up your ass or something. It fucking makes no sense, dude. Like, they're both juiced to the gills. And they should be juiced to the gills for this fight. I would allow it. I would do the pride shit, like, we don't test for shit. Sign it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. There's no way. Cut at it. Chael Sonnen and Ortiz have said a lot of shit that's funny, but this is just dumb. Hey, want to hear a joke? What? We passed the drug test. Fuck out of here. It didn't happen.
And then also to that too, I mean, a lot of people are pretty hyped about this fight. I mean, everybody's going to say about the drug testing now, Chael, how he jokes around about actually being on certain supplements or whatever it might be, but they got to make this fight happen. There's been tons of promo behind it, so it'd be really fucking shitty on either side for one of them to drop out. What is it? What'll be like a couple weeks, 2 weeks away from that event as well. So we know the two involved. We know there's some heat between them, so it's going to possibly deliver, and people are going to pay attention. So I'll be doing it in. I'll tell you that. I just think that, like you said, it's a bit of a joke where they're trying to just say, these guys are clean and we're fighting this Bellator and we're putting them in the main event. But we know that Bellator's testing is not close to what USADA runs them through. And put Johnny Hendricks in Bellator and let him earn a title down there. Let him be a Bellator, first guy to go from Bellator or go from UFC to Bellator and win a title. So maybe he can do that shit.
Did we talk about Khabib Ferguson on Wednesday?
Yeah, we touched on it.
That it was official though?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because it's official.
Oh no, it was. We touched on it being official at the time because we knew that it was just a matter of time before they announced it. So they waited to announce it.
Oh shit, and then, we broke news, bro. We broke news just like everybody else. Fuck it.
Well, it was a long time coming. Damn good fight. They could say what they want about the interim title, but both cats are definitely deserving of a shot at being called world champion in their career. And like I said, the golden ticket fight and a fantastic the main event, right? Or it's the co-main event, right?
Co-main? I don't know.
Is it the co-main or the main?
What the? No, it's got to be co-main because they're gonna do it for the interim title, and which is the only way to make it a 5-rounder.
Yeah, well, that's necessary that those guys go 5 rounds because I think the first time the fight was booked, it was supposed to be a 3-rounder, which would have made it ultra interesting. But these guys are two dudes that are. I mean, I think the 5 rounds. We got to see Khabib in a 5-rounder. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and we're gonna see it. We get to see that shit, so that's good.
But definitely tons of fights getting booked, and unexpectedly the Silva booking. Nobody really seen that coming, but yeah, D Bruns has got to bounce back with a big win. So.
Check your Twitter, bro. I'm getting you back for that King Jong bullshit. And I didn't even find the picture. That was Andy. I'm just retweeting him with your ass on it. Okay.
That was I tweeted out the original man bun. I know our Fred Kirby taking credit for the man bun. Well, he made it mainstream, but
no,
he made
it more lame than it was supposed to be to begin with. All right, fucking Fred. Here's the thing about Fred. All right, y'all. Here's the thing. Okay, I know he likes to play it big, and he should. That's his personality, right? Play everything big. Everything's great. Little embellished. A lot of embellished. But regardless, if you guys go on Instagram, all right, he always talks about all the likes that he gets and shit. Go look at the chicks that are liking his shit. Please just go look at them. And then when you see him, every time you see him, the words Dayton, Ohio need to be etched into your brain. Just every time you see one of those likes, because it's just like, holy shit, this bitch. Ooh, oh no. Like,
we need, yeah, he needs everybody who knows the situation with the bet, just keep sending him pictures of hair clippers and scissors.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? That's still, you know what? I wish he could have just, if he would have come up and said, look, guys, I really don't want to cut my hair, I would have understood it. But the fact that he came with a fucking attitude, the arrogance of it.
He at least ought to be a half shaved, because he loves the Viking beard. He ought to just half shave, and then we'll still hold him to it. But
half shave or trim down, because I like the sound of half shave. He has to like shave the entire half of like one side of his face and walk around like that for a week. Like he has to walk around like that for a week and do his lame ass selfies and shit like that. I'm down with that right there. I'm down with that payment right there for the bet. Okay, that might be worse than cutting his hair.
Fred. You're listening, Fred. You heard it here, man. You owe us.
I can't make it official, dude. Andy's the one that shook it on, that agreed to that bet. So he's got to, it's got to be his idea. But I'm just giving the idea out there, Andy, just in case you need something.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I got to get some dinner, man. I got a long day tomorrow. I'm in training camp, ladies and gentlemen. San Diego, February 26th. No gi. I'm not doing gi this time. Just not. But I'm doing no gi. Competing out there, NABJJF, myself, one of my real good teammates, Rob Hale, and we might get a couple more people from my team. I'm not sure. So anybody from CTA, Kyotera Association is going to be out there on February 26th. Hit me up on Twitter. We'll link up, hang out. Maybe after the tournament, after we take all the after we take all the points and all the gold, we can go out, get some beer and some wings and shit before we all painfully make our way home. So yeah, that's all I got. UFC Phoenix on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I'll be tweeting out pictures from in the place. So if you're gonna be on Twitter watching the fights, let's shoot the shit. I'll answer.
Yep, and everybody thinks it's gonna be a shitty card, but it's a card for the hardcores, and it's gonna deliver. Yeah. You watch it.
It's always the cards that people they say are shitty that do the best. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you and Jesse doing the interview of the gorgeous Andrea Calle. She's really good at what she does. Not just be beautiful, but like she's like actually smart and knows her shit. So, yeah, I appreciate that interview you guys did and everything. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's gonna do it for us. So you can follow Jesse at Spawat1983. You can follow Dave at Dave's MMA Brief. My name is Eddie Law. You can follow me at Elaw31. Andy don't give a fuck. Fred is at Kirby_MMA. And we're gonna have to see if we can get Nick Pilecki to come out of hiding.
Yeah, where is that guy? Where is he at?
He's in Houston.
Friday the 13th would have been a good day to get Nick Pilecki back on.
He'd have to be on here with his little light ass voice and shit and talk about how he wants to blow Anderson Silva. That's his guy. When Chris Weidman knocked him out, you know how much shit we gave him? Like, we destroyed his soul. He didn't talk to us for like a week. So, anyway.
We shall hear from him. Well, he's going to be in Houston, so UFC Houston's coming up.
Oh, I'm sure he's going. I'm sure he's going.
Where you at, motherfucker?
Yeah. Where you at, motherfucker? Oh, shit. All right. That's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening, good morning, depending where you're at. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you guys on Wednesday. Yeah, next week. See ya.
Yep.